There you go. Missed you. Well, this is going to be my life for a while. What is that supposed to mean? It simply means that your girl is busy. Wow. Busy. That's the only word that I can use. But I want to talk to you guys for a moment. I've got permission to have this dialogue. Come on. I need to talk to you, Raven. What's going on? Hey, girl, to you. Kim Allen. What's going on, girl? Minister Stephanetta. What's going on? Hello, gorgeous to you, Michelle Smith. Listen, I want to have a dialogue with you guys. Go and click tag and share because I want to speak to you. Nicole Cotton, God bless you. How you doing? TKA, I believe that's your name. I need to put on some glasses so I can see exactly who I'm speaking to you. Hey, beautiful to you. Sandra Pammerman. Hey. Brittany is on here. God bless you. Kathy Newkirk. What's going on to you? That's right. Click tag and share. I told you I wanted to talk to you guys. Talia, even though you're married, I need you to stay on here. God bless you. New Davis. I like that. Valerie, how you doing? What's going on, girl? How you doing? There's the girl, AP, Deloria Michelle. That's right. Contact her. If you need to contact me, that's just how it is. And if you don't like it, yeah, you'll be all right. Trista Smith Davis, God bless you. How are you? Birmingham, Alabama is on here. God bless you. Shawanda Pickney is on here. Lakika Hicks, what's going on? That's right. Busy, baby, busy. I yelled at Michelle today. I'm sorry, but we have a sisterhood. She knows how it is. Mother Adele, good to see you. God bless you all. Lucy, how's the house going? Good to see you. Petra Bell is on here. You always look beautiful too, girl. God bless you. Cornelia Payne is in PA. What's going on? God's man on deck. He is working. That's right. I'll be in Greenville, South Carolina this weekend on Friday. I want you to click tag and share. Okay. Talia says, it is time for us to have a dialogue because I asked my husband, honey, baby, boo-boo, stink. Can I have this dialogue? And he said, yes. Natasha, what's going on? Talk to us, sis. Well, I'm getting ready to do that. Getting ready to talk to you. So go on, click tag and share, and let's have this dialogue. And so underneath your comment section, it says that 2 things that you could be in dating. Deborah Jennings, it's good to see you. What up, she said. So 2 things you could be in dating. You could be Putty, or you could be Clay. 2 things. Putty, or you could be Clay. You could be Putty, or you could be Clay. What's going on? Which one are you? I'm going to give you a chance to figure this out. Putty or Clay. What's up, Chi-Town? I'll be in Chicago. It's a free event in August. I want you single people and married people, don't go away because you can get something too. I want you to answer in your comment section. Which one are you in dating? Are you Putty or are you Clay? Putty or Clay? I'm going to give you a moment to think about it. And so since you're trying to think about it, I love you too, Shawnee Smalls. Since you're thinking about it, I'm going to give you an opportunity to answer that at some given point in time. Eddie, what's going on? Tell my husband I'm coming. Ross Shan, what's going on? Are you guys ready for Easter? Okay. So I'm going to ask you again, in dating, which one are you? Are you Putty or are you Clay? Now, no one is answering yet. I'm giving you a chance. Go ahead and have a watch party. Go ahead. Are you Putty or are you Clay? Well, Sonia, she was the first one to say. She says, I'm Clay. I think she knows where this is going. Are you Putty or are you Clay? Which one are you? Sonia said that she is Clay. Now, she was bold enough to answer it. So I'm going to reward you for that. Which one are you, Putty or are you Clay? Charlotte Hall, we're praying for you. She said that she is Clay. Okay. Don't be afraid. It's not a trick question. Janice said that she is Clay. Okay. All right. Someone said it depends on the mood. Well, let me help you. When you are dating, you can become 2 of these things because each and every one of us has been both. But it is imperative that in your dating life, you become Clay. Why would I say that? I'm saying that because oftentimes my inbox and my phone, remember, we get ready to drop a book. The book is called Needle in a Haystack. Remember, we're all in that shuffle. Well, I once was, and so was my husband. But watch this. Everyone has become one or two of these substances at some point in time in our life. You have to understand that you do want to become clay. Well, Janika said I'm putty. Well, one thing about putty is something that each one of you has become in dating. In my inbox, there are women all over the world, and even in my circle, who find themselves becoming desperate in dating. Now, everyone is saying clay, and it's good, but the one that said putty, it's okay. I want to deal with both of them. When you become desperate in dating, you become putty. You do. You become putty because what happens is you conform to whatever it is to take away your loneliness. Understand, putty can be manipulated. Putty can take the form of whatever it is that is holding it at the time. See, even as I speak to you, in my hand is the putty. And so what this putty did, it has conformed to my hand while I am holding clay, and it was tough and it was almost hard to manipulate. It was hard to take the form of my hand, even though I'm holding it for the same amount of time that putty is in the opposite hand. Now watch what happens. I'm going to open up my hand to the putty, and it is going to metamorphose itself to what I'm holding it. Watch this. It is now conformed to my hand because it got too soft. Whereas clay, I've been holding it the same duration of time, and it didn't take the form of my hand yet. See, the reason why it's dangerous to become putty is because when you are so soft in dating, because you're single, you will conform to whatever it is that works. Hi, Fred. Toodles. You will conform to whatever it is that's working at the time so you can fit in. It means it's dangerous to become putty in dating. When you are dating and you are single, be very mindful that singleness won't allow you to do whatever it is to be found. Single is not a curse. We hear people say that. But I've got too many women and men in my inbox that's saying, I'm getting tired of being alone. Or they've come to this realization that if I don't change to fit that person's mold, they're never going to accept me. You don't want to be putty. You don't want to, someone said you better teach this thing. You don't want to become putty because you can be stretched in any direction to the point where you break so you can fit in. What you do is you can take this putty and you can manipulate it. You can turn it around. And all because I don't want to be by myself, I'll let you do to me what you want to do. You see why it's dangerous for you to become putty in dating? Putty in dating means that I will do whatever it takes to be in your grace, if that's what you want to call it. I'll do whatever I've got to do. Watch this. Even if they're wrong, simply because you want to be in their hand, you allow them to mold you to whatever it is that you want to be, to suit them. Dating is a very dangerous thing today because a lot of people don't know how to do it. In fact, I could go deeper, but I don't have that much time. Got to go meet my husband. When you are single, please don't become so desperate until you go back to what broke you or switch up for someone that really don't want you. Watch this. Do you know that when you're dating the right person, you will conform to each other because it's about each other. You won't allow someone to conform you to something that you're not simply to fit in. Oftentimes I speak to women, and what happened is they never used to drink like that, but they did that because the person they were connected to, and or you never used to do that, and now you're doing things you never thought you would do because you're lonely. It's amazing. I was talking to a woman and she said, oh, I found the man of my dream. He's a man of God. He's all of this. He's all of this. He's all of that. Who's all of that? On the first date? You don't know who that person is on the first date. So now she's going to conform to who he is because she doesn't want to be lonely. Understand what putty does. Putty can take the form of things that are unhealthy simply to exist. Putty will take the shape, the personality, the characteristics, whether they're good, bad, or indifferent, simply because they don't want to be by themselves. And unbeknownst to you, you will become something, maybe a bit of a monster, because you don't want to be alone. You got to be mindful. Now, let's go to clay. Clay is tough. Even though it both has been through the fire to take on the substance that it has, what clay does, you got to work at it. You just can't shape clay the way you want it to. You can't, no, you could pull it. It's going to take a little bit before it can break. You could take clay and you can bend it just a little bit for argument's sake. That means that we going to fight, but we going to get along. But yet and still, I'm not going to let you conform me to what you want me to be simply because you think I'm single, lonely, and maybe just a little bit desperate. See, what I'm doing now is I've got the putty on my lap, and eventually, it don't care what happened. It's going to conform to the pattern on my jeans simply because it just wants to be connected to me. What clay does, it means that I've been through some stuff. But you're going to have a little bit of patience with me so that I can understand that you want me to do something that makes you happy and vice versa. Watch this. I remember when I was a kid. It's always when I was a kid. I remember I had this. I used to like Play-Doh. In fact, this is what's in my hand now. It's a form of a clay. And I used to have this thing, and I was going to be happy when I finally took the clay and it conformed to what I desired it to. Which means, like the putty, all I got to do is sit it down, and it will desperately do what I wanted to do. But the clay, I got to work at it. It simply means that I had to do something to it. I couldn't manipulate it like the Play-Doh. I had to form it. And so when we formulate a relationship, it means that it's going to take work. When we are formulating a relationship, it simply means that I've got to do something so it can look like something or be something that I desire it to be. And once I put in the work, then I'll be happy because we both understood that it took something to get this clay to formulate itself into something desirable for me to look at. Watch this. So as a kid, I had this Play-Doh thing, and it was like a dentist. And so you could take the white clay and you could take the black clay and you could put it together and you could make all kind of cavities. And the mouth was open and you could stick big old teeth in it. And it took me hours to get that tooth just right. It took me hours to put in the time and the work to make it work. It took hours. It takes hours. It takes patience. It takes patience for you to take clay and formulate it into something desirable to look at. The reason why people are having problem in dating is because you're trying to force something that takes patience to work like this putty. See, I had it on my lap, and it doesn't take work. It just formulates itself. You are wrong in dating when you're trying to force someone to become something that you didn't invest in. You are wrong in dating to trying to make someone not just love you, but make someone become a husband when they're not ready, or make someone become a wife when they're not ready, or make someone be in a relationship with you and you ain't even put in the work. Most people, you cut people off so quickly because of your inability to have patience to let the relationship form. They're not going to just fall in line because you said so. They're not going to fall in line because you know how to work the middle. They're not going to form in line because you got a little bit of dough. They're not going to form in line because it's you. Oh, what about this one? Because you cute. Oh, maybe you know how to rock the mic. Am I a little too deep for you? You know what I mean. That ain't going to cut it because they're going to take all of the things that you just upfront gave them and go invest in someone that has substance that they can put in some real work. While you are dating, ask yourself a question. Am I giving them desperation? Do you know what desperation does? Desperation disconnects quickly because you don't have the patience to form what you guys are doing. Never give somebody something up front. Watch this. I love my brothers. I love my sisters. I love you all. But I got to say this. Anytime you're giving somebody something up front, You can't get mad at them because they take it, because you offered it. You can't get mad at them because, you know, you were showing them how good you are in bed on the first date. I know I'm a pastor, my husband and I, but we're realists. You can't get mad at them because they don't want nothing to do with you because you showed them something too soon. You can't get mad at them. They didn't ask for it. You offered it. And so what you have done is you showed them a little bit of desperation, and you just allow whatever it is will be. You see how I'm taking this, Putty, and it just conforms itself. I don't even have to put no work in, just like you did on your last relationship or your last dating experience. They ain't have to put no work in. You just conform. Where I'm holding this clay, and it is waiting for me to give it instructions how to handle it. It's waiting for instructions on what do you need me to do to please you. It's waiting. With Putty, it's just desperate. It's doing whatever it has to do to be accepted or to be in this good graces. Dating, most of you are dating wrong. Be clay. Clay can take a beating. Clay will take the pulling, because it realized that when all of this is said and done, you either going to use me, throw me away, or invest in it, that both of us will be pleased, because I'm putting in the work in dating, and I'm going to give it what it needs so that I can be pleased at what I've discovered. No one wants to work at dating. Ladies, y'all are too desperate. Oh, you can say that now because you got a man. I'm telling you the truth. Gentlemen, you're too needy. And I am saying you got to meet in the middle for this thing called dating to work. You have to invest in each other. Don't waste each other's time. One of the things about clay, you could let it set out over the course of time and something's going to happen. It's going to shatter. It's going to break. But with Putty, give this thing a good hour. It won't be no good. I am saying you've got to choose what you're going to do in dating. Are you going to continue to be this or this? This has substance, and it will formulate itself when you invest in it. This is desperate. It just says, whatever I got to do, I'm going to do. If I got to show you my tatas up front, I'm going to show you my tatas. If I got to show you my natural black tail, oh, I do whatever I got to do. If I got to spread like an eagle, whatever I got to do to get you. No. What happens is men, they watch to see, can I manipulate her? Women, you too. You know you're guilty. You watch each other and you say, which one do I want to play with today? You can play with this, and eventually you'll get bored because it's too easy. But this, you play with this for a minute because you realize it can't be manipulated and you got to put in some work. Somebody said it's the pure truth. It hurts, but I'm here to help you. Don't be so desperate in dating. Don't do that. When you're desperate in dating, you're going to mess it up. When you're desperate in dating, you don't have patience. There are a lot of women that I deal with and they say, look, I just don't even want to be bothered with them anymore. And I don't want to be bothered. There's a lot of people that don't even want to be bothered anymore with dating. Just, you know, I mean, I'm an adult. You're an adult. Let's have an adult conversation. Let's talk about it for a minute. I got permission from my husband. Some of you says just give me a good hour or two and, you know, let's Netflix and chill if you paid the bill, or, you know, let me just, you know, get my rocks off and then I'll go about my day. That's what you said. That doesn't want you anything. One thing about a man that I realize, and my husband will tell you that, men are hunters. They like the thrill of the hunt. They enjoy it. Don't make it easy. Because a lot of times, women, we just do whatever we want because of this quote-unquote plethora of numbers. We just, I'm this, I'm that. No, baby. You Putty in his hands. Brothers too, you Putty in her hands. Now, I'm Putty in my husband's hands. But I have to be. He's my husband. My husband is Putty in my hands because we've invested in each other. But if you are dating, you should not be Putty up front. Put some work in. Put some work in. Ladies, I am giving you, someone said, I am helping you today. If you become putty from the door, he will get bored. Men are looking for women that they can invest some real time in. I am saying, ladies, stop telling him everything that you're doing. He don't need to know that you went to Yale, you went to Oxford, you summa cum laude. He don't need to know you got 9 cars, you got 6 figures in the bank account. He don't need to know none of that stuff. A real man that's not an opportunist, he gonna look and see what you got up here. But oftentimes in dating, men think down there, and so do women too. Men are looking for women that got some substance, real men. Now, there are men out here playing around. We ain't negating them. And there's some women that's out here playing too. But I'm talking about those that want to be married. You've got to change the way you have done things. Because just like this putty that done fell in the chair, it will conform itself and it'll just say, I'm going to show you what you're looking for up front. I'm going to be the wife. I'm going to be the freak in the bedroom. I'm going to do all of this stuff. And he looking like, she's easy. I can get what I want to get and move on. Oftentimes, I talk to women and they be with guys for a long period of time. And then he breaks up with it and he go get married quick. Real fast. Because you were putty from the door. You can be manipulated easy. You'll conform to whatever ways he says. Well, real men say, hold on. Let's do this together. What about we need each other? Y'all too busy looking for the me instead of looking for the we. Let me ask you a question. Which one? Clay or putty? I can keep this putty in this glass and come back in 5 minutes or so. And already you could see it conforming to the glass. It's like, you ain't even got to work. I'm just going to fall in line. Not this thing here. It's going to stay just like this until I give it direction and instruction. What am I saying? Sometimes you have to teach people how to handle you. Putty, not so much. In dating, there's a chapter in the book. I'll give this to you before I get out of here. There's a chapter in the book, A Needle in a Haystack. It'll be dropping soon. The chapter in the book that I love is called Eat Them Wings and Shut Up. Eat them wings and shut up. It simply means we're not here to find out if we're compatible to date each other or go to the altar on the first date. Eat them wings, play spades, Netflix and chill, and enjoy yourself. I had a young lady call me and she was like, oh, he's everything I want to be. He's a man. And I said, eat them wings and shut up. How you know he the man you want to be and you on the first date? Desperation. How about you just sit back and enjoy yourself and eat them wings and look at whatever it is that y'all looking at on TV, drink your wine or whatever it is y'all doing dating, and just chill. Enjoy yourself. And do you know the decision will be made moving forward if there is a second date? But you too busy scaring them off on the first date and you becoming putty. I didn't even do no work. Look at this thing. It just conformed to the cup. But this thing, it needs instructions. So I'm saying to you, in your dating life, I need you to write down which one are you. If you are married, you better be putty in each other's hands. You better be. Fred can turn me, twist me, whatever way he chooses to. Because he's my husband. And likewise. I'm sitting up here and I'm talking to you. And you know what this putty is doing? Without work, it's conforming. This means work. Which one are you? Clay? A putty? I done gave you something to think about. See you tonight for Bible study. Hurt, love you, mean it, bye. You'll think about it.